If you're an online coach who's either struggling to scale or you want to sell your own offer, this is the brand new way to make $10,000 to $30,000 a month as an online coach. So if this is you right here where you're making under $10,000 a month with your audience, you're not selling anything or you're selling an offer that doesn't convert well in your audience, you're creating a lot of content and valuable content, but failing to convert that into sales, and you're unsure of exactly how to scale, and you want to be scaling past $30,000 a month, selling an offer at a premium price that people in your audience are dying to buy. Every piece of content that you put out is attracting potential buyers, and you have a dialed in plan to scale to even more with Stripe screenshots like this and a massive community of people who support you. Not only am I going to show you how to do this for yourself, but I'll also show you how I did this for my client right here, where I took them from making under $5,000 a month to now printing over $35,000 a month cash collected. Now, the way that we actually do this is through the coach scaling framework, and that's through 3 steps. First, we craft a high ticket offer, then we launch a high ticket offer, and then we follow the evergreen launch method, okay? So these are the 3 steps. First, we're gonna dial in the high ticket offer. So why a high ticket offer? You achieve greater profit with less effort than trying to sell low cost products to a larger audience, and you get them the best results, which strengthens brand loyalty, and you're able to remarket your service/product to colder audiences more efficiently, right? So first step that you absolutely have to do, you have to dial in market research. Hold on, let me take these. I can barely even see anything. So get a feel for what your audience wants by asking them directly. I recommend booking calls with your audience to go as in-depth as possible. You need to fully understand who your ICP, aka the ideal client profile is, where they want to go, which is their desired outcome, and the struggles that they're facing with right now. So you're able to find the gap in between the current and desired situation. You're able to bridge that gap with this brand new high ticket offer. And you'll have the exact content that you need to create, to target your ICP, to actually sell. But if you have customers in the past or currently, you need to use them for market research first, because they're your exact target audience. These people have already bought from you before. Okay, this is the market research doc. So if you guys want this, I'll send this over to you. So first, you actually need to get calls. So we obviously used Instagram. You can use YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, anything. YouTube, just as an example, you could CTA in a YouTube video for people to want to book calls. We only did Instagram, so we just used Instagram and posted an Instagram story. I'm going to run through this really quickly. So calendar, you set up a basic calendar connected to your Zoom. You take notes on every single thing that they say, and you could also record the call via phantom.io. It's a free software that you can download. The call should be around 15 minutes to get everything that you need, and only do same day/next day calls to get these done ASAP so you can start making money. Okay, now we're going into the questions. So you need to keep going in and asking why. You need to go super in depth on these people's pain and their problems and why they want to actually get to their desired outcome, because you'll be able to get all the deliverables that you need, the psychology that you need to implement in order to get these people to want to buy, etc. So I'm just going to run through this really quickly. Intro questions. So you're asking them where they're from, how old are you, etc. Their current situation. So this is where you're gauging their pain points. Why are they at their current situation? Where exactly are they? And why are they still stuck here? Their goals. So this is their desired outcome. What is the exact goal that they actually want to achieve? What's that desired outcome that we want to put in our offer? Then proposing the solution/offer. So just plug and playing everything that they just said here, presenting this theoretical offer that we have, gauging their interest, seeing how much they would actually want to buy this and how valuable it would be. Really getting into the deliverables and what you could actually add in. Then the pricing. So you're just directly asking them, how much do you think you would want to pay for something like this or invest in something like this to actually get to this desired outcome? And then finally, you wrap it up and you give them an incentive. And something really important is on these calls, you can get their consent to actually hit them back up to want to buy. That's something you should absolutely do. And then you just quickly wrap it up. Now we have all the market research data. Now we're trying to craft our offer. So you need a core offer, a unique selling proposition, and a step-by-step process with tools and resources for them to actually achieve this goal. So example, my client's core offer is helping people scale their clothing brand to make $10,000 a month. For these high ticket offers, we run a cohort where you only take on 5 to 10 people for an offer at a time, right? This was our offer. Now your unique selling proposition. So you need to have a unique mechanism that is explained as the bridge, aka the solution, to fill the gap in between the current and desired situation. This makes your offer unique to the market. This is the how. It gives them hope for the new outcome because it's a brand new solution which separates you from being a commodity in the marketplace. As an example, if you guys know who Brett Scales is, go look him up on Instagram. He's been blowing up. Probably has had the biggest rise in the info space that I've seen, at least in the shortest amount of time. But he makes over 200 grand a month by teaching people in his audience how to run meta ads for clothing brands. And his USP is called brand scaling. Instead of teaching meta ads, he found a unique vehicle within meta ads and created his own unique selling proposition in the marketplace. This allows you to charge premium prices and again, stand out from the commoditized market, okay? obviously, my little picture where you're standing out. Then the deliverable. So this is the step-by-step process that we have to outline, and we have to put tools and resources for them to actually follow and complete that in a timely and efficient manner. So people need a step-by-step process to follow in order to get their desired outcome you're promising. The deliverables are the tools and resources, like I just said, you give them inside the step-by-step process to actually achieve the goal. These are my clients' high ticket offer deliverables. So we gave away 2 one-on-one calls, 2 group calls per week, personalized roadmap to success, custom 90-day content plan, exclusive group chat. All these, again, everything that we're getting from here, the deliverables, we do have to come up with our own unique selling proposition, but everything else is we're getting from market research. Okay, so market research is absolutely the most important thing, and you need to have that before you do any of this. Okay, it's mandatory. Now you need to choose your price. So high ticket is typically over $1,000, and it's more hands-on, which is more done with you / done for you. Difference with mid / low ticket is it's typically less hands-on, which means do it yourself or even done with you. Now, cash optimization. So to optimize the amount of money you collect, you should have a downsell option for people who don't qualify based on their budget. This allows you to collect more cash up front, and you're able to upsell prospects into high ticket later on. If you have nothing prepared to sell as a downsell, you can give something away for free to build reciprocity. So yeah, this is where we upsell or downsell them on. If they don't have any budget or they have 0 to 500, we downsell them. I'll show you all this in a second. So now we have our offer, everything's dialed in. Now we actually need to launch this offer. So now I'm gonna show you how we made $22,000 in 6 days, and you can literally just copy this launch framework. So now we're launching the high ticket offer, and we do that through traffic sources, our pre-launch phase into our launch phase, and then we use our converting mechanisms. So the highest quality of traffic you can get is from YouTube, because that's the longest form content that you can actually post, right? So we use Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to drive traffic. You can use X, LinkedIn, etc. as well, whatever platforms that you guys actually have. These are just the main 3 that we use. So the more you can get short form content viewers to consume your long form content, the higher likelihood that these people are to actually buy. In order to launch, you need to do a whisper, tease, shout. So this is where you initially whisper, aka hint at your offer, then you tease, which is revealing a little bit more details, and then finally you shout to fully announce it, to build anticipation and hype for the launch, so you guys can sell as many units as possible. So whisper, aka something's coming. So this is just an example story. Tease, I'm about to come out with this thing on Black Friday. And then you shout, which is like, come get this shit. Shit's open. Go get it. We needed to create an evergreen flywheel, so they either get on the waitlist to be reminded and nurtured via emails, or they get nurtured and reminded from the top of funnel content to increase the likelihood that they'll buy once the offer is actually available. So the stories are directed towards the waitlist. We have Instagram stories that repost the TikTok and short form content, where we have CTAs in the comments that they're actually able to join the waitlist. And then stories, we repost YouTube content that has a waitlist link inside of the descriptions and comments, which I'll show you in a second. And then we also funnel people from the waitlist and email list YouTube videos so that they can get even nurtured even more, right? And I'll show you exactly how we did that right now. So this is the whisper tease phase. Again, this is the pre-launch phase. So whisper tease. Before launching a high ticket offer, you need to announce and get people on a wait list to nurture and remind them of the date that you're actually opening up spots. So this is from the point of announcing the wait list to opening the spot. So everything in between that. This usually takes 7 to 14 days. For the waitlist, make a squeeze page that collects name, phone number, and email, and place it all over your socials. This is just an example of the squeeze page. And then we actually have an email sequence, which I'll explain to you in a second. But these are the CTAs. So during this phase, you need to announce and consistently promote the waitlist so you can get people to sign up and be nurtured and reminded of the date that we actually open up spots, which is one of, if not the most important things to actually have one of these waitlists. So CTA people to join the waitlist using Instagram stories, place CTA in Instagram and TikTok bio. Just place it absolutely everywhere, and I'll show you how we did that right now. So YouTube, we CTA in all YouTube video descriptions and the comment section to join the waitlist. You want to own the first comment on your YouTube videos. This is something super important that a lot of people don't do, because a lot of people pass by the description. They don't really want to read it, and then they go straight to the comments. And the first comment, of course, that they usually see is the first comment that's actually pinned on the video. So you want to own that comment, put the CTA there. Now we're at Instagram, TikTok. So post daily value videos on both Instagram and TikTok, and CTA in both bios and comments of every single video to join the waitlist. Even go back in time to all your old videos, post the CTA to join the waitlist in those videos as well, because you're gonna have traffic coming from those old videos as well, and you wanna get the most amount of people on this waitlist. So as you can see, we did it in the bio, get early access to my one-on-one mentorship, and then you have link in bio to get early access. And now the stories. So Instagram stories are one of the best ways to get people on the waitlist. Mix stories up in this pre-launch phase to not burn out your audience. Remember, reposting short and long form content will nurture and funnel them into the waitlist indirectly. So this allows you to promote the waitlist directly and indirectly every single day. So this kind of like ties into the flywheel that we're talking about over here, how we have the YouTube and the short form content funnel into the waitlist. So as you can see, this is a direct story. So this is like posting the waitlist saying, yo, get on the waitlist right here. This is indirectly. So we're posting a piece of content with the CTA in the comment section. And then we have a direct story, indirect because again, these are in the description and comments, the CTAs. Now this is our email list. So again, we have multiple daily emails to remind the ICP of the launch date. So we send daily value emails that also remind them of the date. This is just an example. Again, these are all value packed emails. So if you guys end up doing these emails, make sure they're value packed in the copy as well. So yeah, this is a value email. We also have a PS statement that goes towards a YouTube video, which again is nurturing them. And obviously we're reminding them of the actual offer. And on the day of the launch, you'll send them an email that CTAs them to the new offer. So after all those emails, however long your launch period was, the pre-launch period, the last day of when you actually open up spots, you're gonna send an email that's like this right here. So remember, Inner Circle, I've been telling you about, link to apply right here. You just sent out the last email and now you're at the shout phase, which is the launch phase. So you've now promoted the waitlist for 7 to 14 days on all platforms and it's time to announce that spots are open for this offer. So again, this is the period from announcing spots to closing spots, everything in between this. So we usually do this daily until we sell out. Again, you can add a date for urgency. We had a bunch of people that already wanted this offer. We didn't do urgency just because we already had scarcity in the 10 spots and we didn't want to overdo it. But honestly, it's a lot better to use urgency and I'm sure we would have sold out faster if you use urgency. I use urgency in all my offers from now on, but you guys should use urgency whenever you can. And again, scarcity and urgency are different. Scarcity is limited quantity and urgency is due to time. Okay, so match change everything to CTA the new offer instead of the waitlist now. Remember, we had all these CTAs back here. We need to replace everything to go towards the offer. So emphasize scarcity and urgency as much as possible. This is the story where we actually announced it. And now the CTA. So make sure you swap the CTAs in the old and new content to CTA the offer to get a spot. Remember, so YouTube CTA is to be changed and directed towards the offer. That meant on every single video that you've ever posted, as well as all the descriptions and the first comment. Instagram and TikTok, CTA is to be changed and directed towards the offer. As you can see, 10 spots, link in my bio to access the offer. And we do that again with all the repurposed content as well. Stories, you can post these daily until you sell out. So in this period from opening spots to closing spots, you can jam this down their throat pretty much and say, come get this thing, right? So we post daily stories, pushing people to get a spot until we sold out. And again, the scarcity and the urgency factor play a massive role in getting these people over the edge to actually want to book a call and buy, right? So these are just some of the example stories that we posted. And now we're on the converting mechanism. So this is the funnel on how we actually got them to go through and actually give us money. These are the sales pages. So these are all the different landing pages inside the funnel. You need to make these landing pages to move a prospect through each step to increase the likelihood that they want to book a call or buy. So the copy in the funnel is taken from market research and implemented into each page to increase the likelihood that they would convert. Again, everything that we pretty much do stems from that market research. Even the offer that we had, everything stems from that market research because all we can do is just try to increase the likelihood as much as possible in every single aspect for these people to want to buy. So this is just an example of the offer that leads to an application page. And I'll show you all the landing pages in a second. Also, you need a video sales letter. This is one of the most important things where you're able to communicate your USP. So the video sales letter explains in depth about the offer, ties all of the ICP's exact current situation and pain points into the offer, which exposes the gap in between the current and desired situation. Okay, you get to explain your hero story of how you got to this dream situation, which makes you appear as an authority figure, and they get to know, like, and trust you, which increases the likelihood of buying, right? You CTA at the end of the video to book a call. This can be anywhere in between 2 and 30 minutes, but obviously that's a really wide range to give you. For high ticket, we usually do 10 to 15 minute VSLs, and they're great. So you need to add in your unique mechanism. Obviously, in this video right here, he's communicating his USP as well. So application. So you need to make a type form application to ask the prospect questions that gauge who they are, how they got here, what they're struggling with, how much they have to invest, etc. Obviously before getting on the call. So after they watch this video, they go to apply and then they get all these questions right here. Contact information, what's your Instagram, why do you want to scale your clothing brand, how much are you currently making a month, kind of gauging how much they have to spend. If you were accepted into this inner circle, would you be ready? Yes. So you guys can copy these questions if you want. You should ascend or downsell people in this application based on their budget. So again, these people get downsold if you have 0 to 500, and for anybody over $500 to invest, anywhere from B to F, they get this page. These people get a different page, which again, I'll show you in just a second, okay? So this is the funnel. So place videos at each page they land on to increase the likelihood that they take the action we're requesting them to on the actual page. So this, claim $1,000 off, this is the offer. Again, they go to apply, and this was the question that I told you right here. So they either get downsold if they have 0 to 500, or if they have anywhere from B to F, they get upsold. So let's just look at the upsell. They get this page right here. And then if they say, yes, I understand, they get this page, which is to book a call. And obviously, as you can see, book a call with one of my success coaches to see how we can mentor you. Well, we're tying the desired outcome into pretty much every single page that we have. Then you're almost done. Important, complete these steps now. If you don't, we'll be forced to cancel your call and give your slot to someone else. This is really pushing them to do the action that we really want them to do. So confirming their call, we actually have a setter call them, and I'll go into the sales process in 1 second. We also have them watch this video, which is pretty much just introducing the setter, telling them that they're about to get a call, and then we have the setter actually set them. But if they don't, and they don't have enough budget, we downsell them into a different product. So we don't label this product as like, F you, get away, you don't have enough budget. It's like, congratulations, you qualified for this amazing thing. And then we have a video which is explaining that product as well. Okay, these videos are super important. Videos always increase the likelihood that they're gonna take the action that you're requesting them, because people are more likely to watch a video than actually read an entire sales page. So yeah, and then if they click to claim the special offer, they get this page right here. And having a downsell offer is extremely important because you'll upsell them into the higher ticket offer later on. You can also make the downsell free if you don't have a lower mid-ticket product to downsell to gain reciprocity. So when you do another launch, they'll be like, oh, this guy gave me some free thing. And then if they're ready for your next thing, they'll probably buy that. And now the emails that you gotta have. So these 6 email sequences are 7 days each that send direct response emails that CTA them to go back to the page that they actually came from. So at the end of the 7 days, we actually throw all of these people, so everybody on the email sequence, if they didn't take the action to take the next step, we shove them into a 90-day email sequence that is showing them results from other students that they could have had themselves by now if they joined earlier, free value, CTAing them to reapply, etc. And these are just an example of some of the emails. You guys should make these. I know I keep saying everything's like one of the most important things, but if you're missing out on emails, then you're missing out on a lot of money. So this is the wait list, pushing them back to apply, then purchase downsell, pushing them back to actually buy the downsell product, etc. And now the sales assets. So give them pre-call sales assets before their call that explains more about your unique selling proposition, and show them proof that not only you can get the desired outcome, but you've actually helped someone else exactly like them achieve it too. And if you don't have that, if you don't have like a case study yet, that's fine. Use the USP and then kind of talk about how you did it yourself as like a case study video. So give them 2 videos to watch, that USP explain video like I just said, and then a case study video like this. And the key is to match the case study prospect in the video to someone who is in their exact demographic. So how old they are, what their nationality is, their skin color, etc. All of that stuff really matters because they want to see someone exactly like them get that result so that they have the most predictive proof that they can actually get there themselves as well. And it's not like you're like some special snowflake that only did it by yourself. I recommend 2 different callers on your team. So you should hire these people. You should get a setter and a closer for this high ticket offer. The setter is responsible for dialing prospects right after they book to qualify them and making sure that they're going to show up for their appointment, and giving them this 2 sales asset videos and explain that they're mandatory to watch before the actual call. So the closers are responsible for taking all the sales calls and closing the deals. We also have the setter dial leads who qualify through the application, but forget to book a call, because there's going to be some people who come here and they qualify and then they get to this page and they either forget, the doggies or homework, whatever the hell is going on in their house, and they forget. So we want to call them right away to make sure that if they did forget, we got to get them back on the calendar ASAP. The 5 main things to do on the setting calls to pre-qualify them and make sure that they show up. Number 1, have your setter confirm their budget. 2, you do an integrity tie down. So the first thing you say is there anything that would possibly get in the way from showing up for your meeting? And then the second time, right after they answer and they say yes, you say, is there anything that's going to stop you from showing up on day at time for whatever they booked their appointment? You're also going to add them in a group chat with the closer, and you have them take a screenshot of their calendar with the time that they booked and send it into the group chat with the closer before they actually get off the call. And the closer will respond right away with a voice memo. Make sure that they get the 2 sales asset videos that are mandatory to watch, and make sure that they say, like, yes, I'm going to take notes on the call. So then when you actually get on the call with the closer is going to reference that right when they get on the call. Okay, so now we just did our high ticket launch. Well, first we crafted our offer, then we did our high ticket launch. Now we're on to the next stage, which is our evergreen launch method. This is how we're going to make consistent sales over and over again, and we don't have any burnout. So just a really quick tip. Add people who interact with you on both phases, the pre-launch and the launch phase, to your close friends list. That's people who like, comment, etc., or even DM you for some type of help. Add them to your close friends list because this 3x's story views. D, when we first started working with him, he went from having like an average of like 200 or 300 viewers per story, which is crazy because he had like 10,000 followers at the time. We do close friends stories now. They get over 1,000 views per story. So it's absolutely insane what it can actually do. But after selling out this high ticket launch and, you know, viciously promoting it, getting those people in and selling out, 99% of coaches are like this. They're like, now what do I sell it to my audience? And they're in shock. They have no idea what to do. And now they're scared because they don't want to go broke. Now I'm going to show you how you can make money with this consistently without having to launch. And this is exactly how we make $35,000 a month. This is the evergreen launch method. This is the 10 to 30K a month plan that you're gonna have, okay? So the offer, so you can run this evergreen launch method right after you're selling out your high ticket offer, literally right after. This new method doesn't require you to launch. You're able to promote this 7 times a week while giving, AKA value, instead of asking, AKA presenting the paid offer and taking all the goodwill out of your audience. So most offers are unscalable because they ask their audience a lot. People don't like being asked to buy things consistently. So how do we launch a paid offer without needing a launch, without needing to make asks, and giving to the audience 100% of the time while still scaling and making a lot of money? We do this with the evergreen launch method. This is where we use an ascension funnel with a lead magnet as the front end offer. People opt into the lead magnet through a squeeze page, which instantly directs them to a VSL with an application to apply for the new paid offer. So the reason why this works so well is because we don't directly ask them to buy. They just get free value from the lead magnet and then ascend due to our funnel, reciprocity, proof, and trust. We have this free stuff here that gets angled down into money. And a lead magnet, really quickly, is just a free product or service that provides a specific solution to a narrow problem. That's what we're trying to solve. So we need to make sure that these are extremely valuable. The lead magnet needs to be extremely valuable, aka chargeable. You need to be able to literally charge for this thing. This funnel will not work with shit lead magnets. You need to put a lot of time into them. I recommend having at least 3 lead magnets that you can kind of interchange so you can promote this funnel on your IG story at least 3 to 4 times a week. Again, you can do it 7 times a week, but it just makes it a lot better if you have diversity in your lead magnets. Example of ours and 2 you can steal. So we have a manufacturer list that we promote, SMS templates, free content guide. Again, mind you that these are also going to attract different awareness level buyers. So you also have to keep that in mind when you actually create your lead magnets and promote them. And over time, you'll have like a lot of data to see which lead magnet is actually the best. And then you can start tailoring them to start promoting those more and then making more lead magnets like that. But these are the 2 that you can actually steal. So this is the free training video. So it's literally just a free training that we pre-frame it as. They opt in through this and then they get another a different headline that CTAs them to our new offer where they go through the application kind of like beforehand. And the other one that you can steal, well, and you could literally make this for any offer that you have, as well as this one. So this is the 100K brand scaling roadmap. Again, you can change this to whatever industry that you're in. It's essentially just a case study on how the creator went from 0 to 100K with his brand and how they can scale too. So these are 2 lead magnets that you can copy. This is an amazing lead magnet because it covers all sides of the spectrum for our potential buyers, because we could have people who are just starting out or people who are already at $50,000 a month with their clothing brand. It just casts like the widest net possible. This is our core offer. Our core offer on the back end of this funnel is a mid-ticket offer for $500. Your core offer can be MRR, which just means monthly recurring revenue, a low ticket, mid-ticket, or even a high ticket. We just chose this based on our ICP. We downsell MR on the call if they don't have budget, okay? So if they hop on the call and if the setter deems that they're not qualified, we give them the option to go in for 1 month at $45 a month, okay? So this is our core offer now, this $500 option. And then obviously we upsell those people later on into the high ticket. But how this evergreen launch method works, just one more time. People are drawn in at the top of the funnel with a free offer, aka the lead magnet. After they opt in on the squeeze page to get the lead magnet, they're instantly shown a VSL with an application to apply to get access to the core offer. We provide free value and they naturally ascend because of reciprocity, which just means I give some to you, you feel ever so inclined to give it back to me. Predictive proof, because they got this product from you, it's really valuable and it helped them, and they have trust in you that, you know, you can provide them value and help them out. So people who don't end up buying now will come back to buy once they're ready because of these 3 things. okay? So this is the funnel. So you need to pre-frame the lead magnet on your IG / wherever you're promoting it. So this is the opt-in page, the exact roadmap you need to finally hit 10K a month with your clothing brand. You guys can copy this page. This is the page we've been running since we started running this. It's been working really well. Make sure to put this text in the funnel to let them know that it's in their email so they don't feel deceived or anything like that. Again, when you're pitching this lead magnet and then they opt in, they click get access now, and then they're quickly redirected to this page. You don't want them to think like, oh, like where's my lead magnet? And now it's like, you know, you deceived me from getting in here. I'm never going to click a link from you. So we make sure not only on here, but also in the DMs, which I'll show you in a second, but we make sure to put that text on the top so that they know we're not just pushing them into something to get them to buy something. Okay, if they get this lead magnet from us, sending it directly via DM, we even have to DM messages in place to let them know that this offer will appear once they get it, to be fully transparent. And they clearly opted into the lead magnet, which means they need help with their brand. So when we present this VSL, this video sales letter, explaining more in depth about the program, we actually have a 20% opt-in to book rate. So it's super high. And that's just because, you know, all these prospects, they need help. So if you can kind of pre-frame this in a way to give them value first and not be like every other coach on the internet being like, hey, buy this thing, they're going to trust you more than the other people in your space. So after they watch this and they decide to apply, they get this page. Again, we do the upsell, downsell method. If they get downsold, if they're unqualified due to low budget, we send them with a new product with a buy now option. So this is just another video sales letter with a different product that's saying there's $9.99 option. So we chose this product because through our market research, they really needed help with tech pack and designing, and it's one of the first problems that they have in the step-by-step process to make $10,000 a month. So we gave insane value for only $10, and our goal is to upsell these people later on. So we upsell these people via a strategy call as a bonus, just like the last launch, except this is upselling to a $500 product, and the other people who got downsold on the high ticket offer get upsold into the high ticket offer. This is the strategy call that we give them as a bonus, but that is used to riff through and just treat it as like a sales call. Okay, so if they actually get upsold, then we push them to book a call, like I showed you before. It's pretty much the same thing. And then at the end, we give them 2 steps to actually confirm their call, and then watch this pre-call video in full and wait to be contacted by our setter. Okay, and that's the entire funnel. We're even still running to this day. This is the golden rule that we follow. So Google 7-11-4 rule. It just suggests how many touch points and locations are needed to convert your ICP, again, ideal client profile, into a paying customer. So 7 hours, they need 7 hours of watch time, 11 interactions, and 4 locations, which could be on different, you know, social media channels that you have. Content and stories. So to attract your ICP, post a middle of funnel / bottom of funnel content, value / proof. For stories, we post a lead magnet multiple times a week, or results, or free value like links in his YouTube videos, short form content, etc. Like I showed you in the high ticket launch. We post 3 times a day on Instagram, 3 times a day on TikTok, and 1 to 2 times a week on YouTube. I mean that for content, not CT. I mean, of course, CTAs are in every single video, but that's how much we post. Again, the flywheel. So stories push into the waitlist / the lead magnet. They also go into the YouTube, which goes into the waitlist. The stories go into the short form content, which goes into the waitlist, lead magnet. And the lead magnet shoots back to the YouTube content to nurture them. And we essentially create this messed up flywheel that looks like with my drawing. But this is the front end conversion. So consistent story, promo method. This is how you're going to recycle lead magnets, by changing the actual lead magnet, but you can also change the way that they receive it as well. Again, you just want to diversify as much as possible when you're running this funnel, because these people are going to be coming in for similar lead magnets. You're going to have an audience that are seeing these stories constantly. So you just want to switch up not only the lead magnets itself, but also the way that they receive it. Because some people might not want to DM for lead magnet, but they'll be able to click a link for a lead magnet because they don't want that interaction, right? So this is how we promote pretty much daily on Instagram stories. This is a really good story sequence to follow. We do DM keyword day 1, day 2, we do a poll. So who got my, lead magnet from yesterday? Everybody that says not me, we go in there and we DM set them to actually get the lead magnet. So again, another link the next day, day 3, day 4 is a poll. So we pretty much post like opt-in, a CTA to opt in for a lead magnet. Then we do a poll. We send it to everybody that didn't get it yet. Then we do a link. Then we do a poll. And these are the most important things that, really build FOMO and build that reciprocity, proof, and trust to actually ascend them. So we post results pretty much every single day. So every day when you post any of these stories, you can post results right afterwards or beforehand. Same with free value. So free value is just YouTube videos and Instagram and TikTok videos that, again, CTA back to our lead magnets. And just so you guys know, all of our links have been mass changed, right? So even back here when we would mass change everything to go from pre-launch phase for the waitlist and then this for the offer, all of our CTAs are directed at the lead magnet itself. YouTube videos, these should be videos targeted the ICP by posting middle funnel / bottom of funnel content, providing them value and building social proof. And middle funnel / bottom of funnel content just means really just strictly targeting your ICP and providing them value. So not really, viral videos where, you're like Mr. Beast targeting every single person on the planet. You are trying to specifically and narrowly target your ICP to provide them value so that you know that the people who are clicking on the videos are the people that actually want to buy your thing. So providing the value and building social proof, this builds proof, trust, and reciprocity. Again, we put CTAs with the link in the comments of each section of each video to get the lead magnet. Now with the short form content, we do the exact same thing. So Instagram and TikTok, these videos are either clipped from YouTube videos or scripted bottom of funnel / middle of funnel videos. We put CTAs in each video to get the lead magnet in the bio. Again, this is not an ask, it's a give. We're literally giving these people 24/7 without asking anything. These are the DMs. So people will DM for lead magnets or for help. So you can first continue the conversations to find their current and desired situation, to propose the solution to their problem, which is one of our lead magnets. And the purpose of DM setting is to get as many people as possible to get your free lead magnets. You're not prioritizing people in the DMs to place them on calls because they're naturally going to ascend, and we want to keep positive brand association. We want to push them into our funnel and only propose a call if they clearly want / need it. So this is just an example of DM follow-ups. So we say, got it. So even if they say, all right, for sure, appreciate you, we say, you got it. Once they say yes, or I can't find it, we say, yo, go check your email. It's in there right now. So we tell them, don't book a call. And then they, of course, want to book a call. And that's just what we do. Okay. So people who really want it will push back. Okay. They will be like, no, but that's me. And that's pretty much what you want. Or if they just get the lead magnet, they'll send naturally. KPI sheet example, we have our DM setter fill out a KPI sheet to make sure we have enough DMs getting sent out to prospects and inbound prospects. These are the beginning, middle, and end of day tasks for the DM setter because honestly, we probably book over 50% of the calls from doing DMs. So yeah, these are super, super important. And these are all the tasks that we have the DM setter do throughout the day to make sure that we get the most amount of people to actually book these calls. So now emails. So there are 5 email sequences that are pushing them back to where they came from. So before we had 6 email sequences, now we have only 5. So this is for people who didn't purchase the downsell after being downsold, didn't book a call after qualifying, whoever no-showed, whoever no-closed on the call, and then the 90-day email sequence where everybody falls into after 7 days. So the sales process is the exact same as the high ticket sales process with the exact same setter and closer, plus you just add a DM setter. The DM setter pay is different because they're not directly setting calls. So we give our DM setter $500 plus 2% of set closes as an incentive. We just switched the downsell offer to $45 a month for the same product so we can upsell them later into the community into annual $500 price. Now we're at the back end ascension. So this is how we're ascending people on the back end. So first, this was all the front end, how we're funneling people in, getting them to pay this $500 price. Now we're trying to upsell these people from $500 into our high ticket offer that we had back here. So again, it's not like we're launching this on the front end the entire time. We launched this on the front end to get the most amount of people in to get them amazing results. So now we can run this evergreen launch method, funneling our traffic from the front end with this launch method, and then on the back end conversion on the ascension process, we're sending them from our mid-ticket offer to our high-ticket offer. So on the back end, we need to ascend our buyers into a more expensive products or services, and you need to do this, of course. So you need to have touch points inside your low/mid-ticket community and ascension process to ascend customers from the mid-ticket offer into the high-ticket offer. So you need to have touch points inside your low/mid-ticket offer, whatever your core offer is, to ascend people from the mid/low-ticket offer into the high-ticket offer. The ascension on the front end stays as a lead magnet, but on the back end, we need to ascend our buyers into more expensive packages to get more advanced help. So inside your course material, like if you have a description of your course material, in the description of it and inside the actual video, you can CTA them to apply on a link below on the group call. So if there's a link for a group call, and let's say these people, let's say you have an inner circle group that's $2,000 like what we have, we might show the group, but the people in the mid-ticket offer can't get access to it, but it just shows as if it's a link, but then they actually get to apply. And then community posts as well, you can pin community posts that show social proof, and you can start funneling people in through that as well. Okay, so now the ascension. So to ascend people from the mid-ticket offer into our high-ticket offer, we give every single person who pays a bonus, which is a strategy call. Okay, these strategy calls are placed 1 to 2 weeks out, and we have them confirm them on the actual sales calls after they pay. It's treated the same way as a discovery sales call to riff through and find out what they're really struggling with. Then we propose the high ticket offer only if they seem like they're inclined to us want to take up the offer. We do not push it on them because there's multiple touch points inside the community that they'll see after this call. So even if they hop on the call, they don't want to send it to the higher ticket offer, that's completely fine. They'll be going through the process either way throughout a year because they have annual access. So they'll be seeing these touch points and references consistently, and over time people will just naturally ascend as well. Okay, so ascension as a bonus. So this is something else that we're going to add in as well. I've run this in other groups, but now we're really dialing in this for D. So this is a bonus. We're going to add in another ascension process to our mid-ticket offer. So we're going to start doing 2 small onboarding calls a week based on if they're MRR or if they're a PIF. Like if they get downsold into the community, we'll have a separate onboarding call to upsell them into annual, and like hitting on certain touch points inside the community, showing them why they would want to get annual. And then same for the PIF, showing them certain touch points inside Inner Circle. And then this ultimately leads a week out to a goal setting call. So on the onboarding call, we don't pitch anything. We just onboard them and give them a free one-on-one call with the team member, which we pre-frame as a call to get them to their goal. And we have them confirm their goal setting call on the call before they get off to have 100% show rate with automatic reminder. You don't need manual reminders. These people are customers, so they're going to show up. Goal setting calls are around 1 to 2 weeks out, and we treat it as a discovery sales call, which again is 2 different groups of customers. One being people who bought MRR who need to upsell into the annual, and people who pay for annual to push them into Inner Circle. On this call, we sift through the people who are qualified for Ascension and upsell them. But if they're not, we can schedule another call 2 weeks out to see how we can help them even more to redo this call and hand off a free resource for what they said they need help with, and give them tech support to build reciprocity, predictive proof, and increase the likelihood that they actually buy on the rescheduling call, right? So after this, you should be making $35,000 a month if you do all this correctly. Obviously easier said than done, but this is the coach scaling framework with probably the most important piece of this video, which is the evergreen launch method. So you're able to make consistent sales. So I don't sell anything to my audience. The only thing I do is partner with coaches like yourself to actually help them scale. So if you are a coach or consultant that wants my help to either create you or scale your offer to even more, I'm gonna leave a link in the description so we can connect. And for everybody else who's watching this video who's not a coach or consultant, hope you got some value and go make some money. Peace.